my experience, the phrase family game night used to conjure up all sorts of bleak images involving tattered game boards, your little brother stuffed a Monopoly hotel up his nose, and dad's probably crying in the corner. But not anymore, because Xbox has a whole bunch of extremely family-friendly titles which are absolutely banging. I'm going to drop a few in this video, but if I've forgotten any, put them in the comments. Let's get into it. This video is brought to you by Mountain Dew, Rockstar Energy Drink, and Doritos. So trying to do anything as a family can feel like a bit of a military operation, and your family aren't even fuzzy Tetris block-shaped monsters like the characters from All You Need Is Help. This is a quirky co-op puzzle game which came day one to Game Pass and has you trying to guide these colourful, cumbersome creatures through a variety of different challenges, from maze-like puzzles to a goal-scoring contest, and it's all made that much more challenging by the fact that while you're able to move around freely, you aren't able to turn. So, should be fine, so long as you all stay calm, communicate clearly, act in perfect unison, and just generally act like no family has ever done in history. Nah, we're screwed. But nothing screams family-friendly more than the House of Mouse, and Disneyland has never looked better than it does in Disney Dreamlight Valley, especially if you're playing in 4K on the Xbox Series X, by the way. This lovely life sim lets you hang out with all your favourite Pixar and Disney characters, helping them out by completing quests or just kicking back and relaxing together. You can cook with Remy, you can go fishing with Goofy, or do a bit of gardening with Wall-E. And honestly, name something that sounds a bit more delightful than that. Seriously. I've got time, I'll wait. And since Disney Dreamlight Valley is available now on Game Pass, this might just be the most affordable trip to Disneyland that anyone's ever had. Whether the budding gamers in your family are high flyers or a bit more on the sheepish side, they're going to love living the life of a Sky Shepherd in Flock. Available now on Game Pass, this laid-back adventure game has you guiding your very own herd of hover sheep through the clouds, gathering more weird and wonderful creatures as you go. And not only do these critters make for perfect flying friends, they also produce wool that you can turn into all sorts of different cozy cosmetics, either to gift to your friends or keep to yourself. Because if there's a better way to learn about sharing than via a herd of fantastical sky sheep, well, I haven't heard about it yet. Now imagine being a little kitty. Yeah, pretty cute, right? Now, imagine being in a big city. Oh, so much fun. Well, now imagine that you're a little kitty in a big city. I know, it's amazing. Little Kitty Big City offers all of this and more as you explore its bustling open world, one dainty little step at a time. There are loads of other animals to befriend and loads of humans to bother, as well as plenty of nice sunny spots to just laze around in. And of course, there are also many hilarious hats to wear. This game really does have everything, and it's available now on Game Pass. The open-ended nature of Minecraft makes it perfect for the whole family. For creative types, it's essentially the ultimate digital Lego set, which they can use to build anything and everything, working together to craft even more incredible stuff. For those who like a more high-stakes experience, Minecraft makes for a pretty great survival game as you use whatever you can scavenge to keep the creepers at bay. And it can also be everything in between or something completely different. Basically, put a gamepad in someone's hands and grab Minecraft off the Game Pass library and you're all set for some family fun. Magical Delicacy is the perfect way to introduce players to the joys of cooking and the wonderful world of Metroidvanias, which we can all agree they are equally important life skills. Playing as an aspiring witch who's just arrived in a wholesome harbour town, you'll be gathering ingredients from the world around you and then using them to whip up some titular magical delicacies, which are sure to endear you to the townsfolk. The mix of cooking, social stuff, and platforming makes for a really great combo, and the fact that the game is completely combat-free means it really is the definition of family-friendly, and it's now available on Game Pass. Countless hours of family fun have been provided by Hot Wheels, and with Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 turbocharged, you get all that fun, but without having to tie up all those tiny cars at the end of it. Hate that bit. Hundreds of Hot Wheels cars have been painstakingly recreated in this exhilarating racer, which is available now on Game Pass, and the high-speed action looks absolutely sublime in 4K and at 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X. Plus, with HDR10 enabled, all the cars literally look like they just came straight out of the box, just popping with colour. And for gamers who don't quite have the reflexes for a racer just yet, well, the track editor lets them unleash their creativity, but without leaving orange tracks all over the room. The LEGO Star Wars games have now been serving up guaranteed family fun for so long that some of the gamers who grew up with them now have families of their own. But As good as the past games were, the Skywalker saga truly is the series' masterpiece. 3 trilogies of iconic films to play through, 23 planets to explore, over 300 characters to play through, and the option to play through the whole thing in local co-op. Safe to say, the Skywalker Saga is a perfect family game. It's got a bit of combat and platforming that is forgiving enough for younger players, while still providing a fun challenge for more experienced ones, and humour that is going to tickle funny bones of all ages. And running at a smooth 60 FPS, the galaxy far, far away has never looked better. Now, if there's 2 things that kids love, it's cartoons and mindless violence. So you're going to want to get one of these platform fighters into the rotation. As well as being completely free to play, Multiverses features an insanely eclectic lineup of characters drawn from across the Warner Brothers universe. And that means everybody should be able to find a character that resonates with them, whether you're a Gizmo girl, a Beetlejuice boy, or kind of a samurai jack of all trades. Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl 2 also provides a nice range of classic cartoon characters from all different eras for players to tussle with, including everyone from Garfield to our cube-trousered friend SpongeBob, and that one's available now on Game Pass. Now, unlike a lot of games on this list, Ori and the Will of the Wisps is strictly single player, but it's also so damn pretty that the rest of the family could just have a great time just watching it in action. The art design is stunning, and watching that little luminous fella jump around is genuinely almost as fun as playing this stellar action platformer. Boot the game up in 120 FPS on Xbox Series X or S, and you are in for a serious treat. Plus, the whole game is just so wholesome, and a story about a found family and baby owls that's heartwarming and heartbreaking in equal measure. And as luck would have it, both of Ori's adventures are available now on Game Pass. Fair warning though, there is a bit of scary monsters to this, so maybe not appropriate for younger audiences. Okay, the premise of Rocket League is so brilliantly simple and stupidly fun that it almost seems like the sort of thing that a couple of kids with remote control cars probably came up with. It's essentially football, but the players are rocket-powered cars, and you're allowed to smash into each other so fast that one of you blows up, which would definitely get at least a VAR check in real football. With the option to play in a solo showdown or in teams of 2 or 3, Rocket League works with whatever number of players you've been able to summon for your supersonic kickabout, and it's also really fun to play, even if you're completely terrible at it. And it's totally free to play as well. And in the very likely event that your kid's into Fortnite, they've probably actually unlocked some cosmetics via their battle passes already, so check it out. Another great Game Pass option in terms of family-friendly gaming is the non-stop nautical nonsense offered by Sea of Thieves. The cartoony style and slapstick humour is going to appeal to gamers of all ages, and you're free to play the game basically however you like, whether you want to battle sea monsters, search for treasure, or just run around chucking buckets of puke at people. Although that last one probably won't make you very popular. And if some of your crew are younger gamers who are still learning how to swash their buckles, well, Sea of Thieves also includes a Safer Seas mode, which removes enemy players from the game, just makes everything a bit more chill. If you're looking for a family-friendly game and a place to channel your more chaotic impulses, well, Untitled Goose Game is the way to go. Playing as a horrible goose, your job is to terrorize the local community by stealing anything that isn't nailed down and honking at anyone who tries to stop you. Local co-op was even added so that 2 players can enjoy being horrible geese together, which means double the honking and twice as much feathery mischief. After all, as the old saying goes, what's good for the goose is absolutely terrible for everyone else. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie are 2 of the greatest cartoon platformers ever made, and possibly the greatest naming convention I've ever heard. Plus, they also teach kids the important lessons of the power of friendship and how bears just look really cool in shorts. Those who played them back in the day can enjoy a healthy dollop of nostalgia, and they'll be happy to find out that both Banjo-Kazooie games just hold up really beautifully as well. And those of you that are checking it out for the very first time are going to find a charming, super accessible adventure filled with quirky characters and endless amounts of collectibles. Both Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie are available on Game Pass right now as well, along with a whole bunch of other classic Rare games in the Rare Replay collection. If you're looking to take the temperature down a little bit and enjoy some more chilled out, family-friendly gaming, well, Dordogne should be your next destination. This narrative-driven game takes players on a walk down memory lane to explore the relationship between a girl and her grandmother. And it's an especially gorgeous lane too, thanks to the game's breathtaking watercolor visuals, which just make the French countryside look like a slice of lush, faintly cheese-scented heaven. Dordogne is a great game for families and a great game about family, and it's available now on Game Pass. Right, that's enough about all that peaceful emotional stuff. Let's get back to fighting. TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind both combine classic kids TV series with old school brawler gameplay, which is a pretty potent combo, easy to pick up and an absolute blast in local co-op. Plus the violence is all strictly PG and bloodshed free, so it's suitable for gamers of all ages. Guess those ninja swords aren't quite as sharp as they look. Well, whether you go for the Rangers or the Reptiles, you're in for a great time. Like I said at the start, if I missed any, drop them in the comments, but there are loads of exciting family-friendly games on the way next year too, including Tales of the Shire, Towerborn, and The Legend of Babu, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for all the latest info about all of them. Bye! This video was brought to you by Mountain Dew, Rockstar Energy Drink, and Doritos, who are teaming up with Xbox to give away tons of rewards, including instant access to hundreds of high-quality games with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. If you're based in the US, now through January 31st, 2025, players can purchase specifically marked Mountain Dew, Rockstar Energy Drink, and Doritos products and submit on-pack codes at DoritosDoRockstar.com for points. Accumulate points and redeem them for epic gaming rewards such as Xbox hardware, Xbox games, including Avowed, and in-game content for some of your favorites, including Diablo 4, World of Warcraft, Madden NFL 25, and The Elder Scrolls Online. You also have the option to redeem points from a single purchase of Mountain Dew, Rockstar Energy Drink, or Doritos for a month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Phew.